Some great fights never take place, or they take place too late, like Floyd Mayweather and Manny Pacquiao.
Yeah, boxing became popular because of the support of the fans, of the people. So make sure that the fans will satisfy in every fight that you have.
The best fighter I probably was Manny Pacquiao because of his movement.
Joe Rogan has urged Manny Pacquiao to accept the Floyd Mayweather fight contract, expressing disappointment. Rogan says great fights rarely happen at the right time. He criticizes delays in boxing and points out that Pacquiao versus Mayweather happened too late, with both fighters past their prime, robbing fans of a true clash.
Some great fights never take place, or they take place too late, like Floyd Mayweather and Manny Pacquiao. They fought too late. I mean, if that fight could have been arranged by Riyadh Season, they probably would have caught them both in their prime, and it would have been chaos.
Yeah, Manny was done before that.
And he also had a blown shoulder going into the fight.
Yeah.
He needed shoulder surgery before the fight even started.
Mayweather insists that his return to the spotlight through exhibition matches is not because of any financial pressure, but purely his personal choice. He claims he's already achieved everything he set out to do in boxing, and is only stepping back into the ring for the thrill of competition and showmanship. His exhibitions, he says, are more about entertaining fans and keeping his legacy visible than chasing paychecks, in contrast to his own reasons. Mayweather has expressed doubt about Pacquiao's motivation, implying that the Filipino icon is returning to boxing not for love of the sport, but for financial gain. He finds it unusual for someone at Pacquiao's age and status to re-enter the dangerous world of competitive boxing unless there's a major payout involved. Despite his skepticism, Mayweather openly agrees that a second bout between him and Pacquiao would be massive in terms of financial return. And
it's not bashing any fighter when I talk like this. Not bashing any fighter.
Floyd, you mentioned...
Hold on.
Sorry.
When I come and do an exhibition or come out and box and have some fun, I do it because I want to do it, not because I have to do it. Whereas Pacquiao, at his age, which is sad that he has to fight. You know, I'm financially set, and I want to let everybody know this. You're gonna hear so many different stories. Oh, Floyd have to do this. No, I'm well off. Every property that I have is paid for. My jet is paid for. All my cars is paid for. I own billion dollar buildings. I own so much property, and I'm steady investing in different things. I'm investing in the tech world. I made a lot of smart investments. So I didn't do it by myself. I want to thank my team, and as well as Leonard, a guy who's been loyal to me.
Joe Rogan has spoken with admiration about Mayweather's ability to stay physically disciplined and financially independent. Even as he ages, he often points out how rare it is for athletes to maintain both their athletic abilities and financial empire this late into their careers. Mayweather's consistent workouts and calculated lifestyle choices keep him in a unique class among retired sports figures.
Mayweather. He's the only guy who's been able to just be balling out of control, constantly flashing money, $1 million watches, a fleet of super expensive cars, and still freaks everybody out. The thing about Floyd is he never lost his discipline. Floyd would famously run home from the nightclub. So he would go out in Vegas, he'd be partying, he'd look like a party, he's drinking water, and then he would have his driver drive, and with his fucking pants on, jeans on, he would jog home. And the dude was always trained.
Their 2015 fight left many fans underwhelmed, especially after it was revealed that Pacquiao entered the ring with a shoulder injury. Even so, his career accomplishments continue to dwarf most others, including winning world titles in 8 separate weight divisions. That record remains untouched and speaks to his ability to adapt and conquer no matter the opponent or weight class. Injured or not, his status as one of the greatest fighters of all time remains unquestioned.
The best fighter I fought probably was Manny Pacquiao because of his movement.
But you made it look easy.
But he's a hell of a fighter, and I can see why he won so many fights, and I can see why he's going down as a Hall of Famer. It's just certain moves that he made.
Manny and Floyd's first fight disappointed some fans since Manny had shoulder surgery before Floyd won that bout. But many still see Manny as the GOAT. His incredible achievement of winning titles in 8 divisions is rare and nearly impossible for anyone else to replicate.
Was Floyd Mayweather greater than Manny Pacquiao? I always get this question. If you know me, you know my answer. Floyd is not greater than Pacquiao, and Pacquiao has him beat by a really good margin, in my opinion. Let's talk about it. If your argument is Floyd beat Pacquiao, throw it out the window. Every single boxer in history has lost damn near. That's like saying Buster Douglas is greater than Mike Tyson. If your argument is Manny lost in his career and Floyd didn't, I would disagree with that type of logic, but if that's the case, you got to put all the undefeated fighters at the top. Bud, Inoue, Usyk, Kazagi, all those guys should be in your top 5. I like Floyd. I like Floyd a little bit more than Manny. I'm not going to lie. Manny's a bit chaotic at times. I don't like that. I like sweet, smooth looking boxing. But let's speak objectively here. If we're talking about in terms of career, whose career will be more harder to replicate? Is going to be Manny Pacquiao, and it's by a really good margin. Now, Floyd's most impressive feats, you look at him, he's a, 5 division champion. He's beaten 23 world champions. He's been in how many title fights? You know, Floyd has an amazing career. And I'm not saying that it can be done. It probably will never be done again. But I could see somebody doing that before they do what Manny did. And that's why I have Manny as the greatest boxer of all time. Just not based off ability. When you look at the guys that Manny beat, the reason why he got the 2000s Fighter of the Decade over Floyd Mayweather, the reason why he got Fighter of the Year 3 years in a row, almost 4 years in a row. Yes, Manny lost. Manny fought more world champions than Floyd, though. We don't speak on that. Then you get into the 8 weight division. These are only the 8 he won titles in. Manny Pacquiao fought through, I want to say, 10 or 11 different weight divisions. If you want to speak on the lineal titles, I want to say he holds the most lineals of all time with like 5 or 6. Youngest lineal flyweight, oldest welterweight champion. It's insane. That the youngest lineal fly is also the oldest welterweight champion. I like Floyd. Floyd's my number 2 all time. This isn't a diss to Floyd, but Manny, I believe objectively, is the greatest fighter above Ali, above Floyd, above Duran, above Leonard, above everybody. I think he has a career that is absolutely impossible to replicate. When Floyd was picking on guys like Andre Berto and Conor McGregor, Manny Pacquiao beat the undefeated young active champion and Keith Thurman to join the pound for pound at 40 years of age while being a senator. He's the greatest boxer of all time.
Pacquiao came back and made it clear that this isn't about fixing his finances. He says he just missed the sport and wants to enjoy it one more time after being in government and away from the ring. He feels like boxing is where his heart still belongs. It's about passion, not a paycheck. According to him, this upcoming fight isn't just another appearance. It's personal for Pacquiao. He wants to show the world that he can still go toe-to-toe with top fighters. Beating Barrios would send a message that age hasn't slowed him down completely. He's training hard because he knows people are watching closely and waiting to judge.
Manny Pacquiao is back at training with Freddie Roach. This is crazy to think about it. Manny Pacquiao is coming back at age 46 to challenge Mario Barrios for the WBC World Welterweight title. Listen, this is inspirational. I can't lie. At age 46, to still be active, to still be thriving, still throwing punches, it just shows how much of a legend you are, how great of a talent you are. Only a special kind of human can take on this challenge. You know, Manny Pacquiao, age 46, he takes on Mario Barrios, who is in his prime. Like, this could be devastating for Manny Pacquiao if shit goes left. But you know what I keep asking myself? Imagine if Manny Pacquiao actually comes back and beats Mario Barrios. That's crazy. It's happened in the past before. Bernard Hopkins, George Foreman, they've come back in their older ages and they've become world champions. It can happen, it's possible. But I mean, listen, if we're going to talk about skill sets, Manny Pacquiao is a better technical boxer than George Foreman. Manny Pacquiao is a better technical boxer than a Bernard Hopkins. So it's not impossible if you think about it. Manny Pacquiao has got a better chance at becoming a world champion at 46 than Bernard Hopkins or George Foreman did. Do you know what I'm saying? So it's possible. Listen, I'm here for it. I'm here for it. You know what I mean? Fuck it, man. Fuck it, man. Why not? Live your dream. Do you know what I'm saying? It don't matter what age you are. Live your fucking dream. Let's fucking have it.
Even if he loses in this comeback, nothing changes the past. That record is carved in stone, and no one has matched it yet. Titles in 8 divisions will always be a mark of greatness. Win or lose, now people will still remember what he's already done in the sport.
He also has a case for greatest fighter, pound for pound, who ever lived. Think about, by the way, I don't think he wins that argument. Sugar Ray Robinson is safely ensconced in that position. But Henry Armstrong, Muhammad Ali, Harry Greb, Sam Langford, Floyd Mayweather, Pernell Whitaker, whoever else you want to mention, put Pacquiao's resume up to those guys. Bill James, the great baseball sabermetrician, had a way of ranking baseball players that I came across as a kid and thought, that's really smart. You have to rank them at their best and then also over the course of their careers. Because when you have that argument, are you talking about who accomplished the most or what heights did they reach? What peak did they reach? Take either for Pacquiao. Take his peak. Was it at 140 pounds when he obliterated Ricky Hatton, Miguel Cotto, and then Oscar De La Hoya, though that was at 147? Was that Pacquiao's peak? Because remember, that's when the Mayweather-Pacquiao hype actually reached fever pitch. Oh my God. These are two of the best fighters we've ever seen. And they're both in their primes, in the same weight class at the same time. We have to see that fight. So Pacquiao's peak was just about as good as anyone in history. Now, I'd have favored Mayweather back then. He's the naturally larger fighter. And that's the point. When you talk about pound for pound, if a fighter moves up out of his natural weight class and can still compete with the best who ever did it, what does that mean about the quality of that fighter's prime, pound for pound? And then when you look at the career accomplishments, Pacquiao as a 40-year-old just beat, as I mentioned,